Good morning, those of you in the sanctuary and meditators online. Welcome to Sunday morning meditation. So I invite you to settle into your seat, feet firmly planted on the ground, back tall and straight, erect but relaxed. And I invite you to enter into this present moment, one breath at a time. Thank you for sharing your practice. If anything has come up that you'd like prayer support, reach out to a prayer chaplain here in the sanctuary, or you can do so virtually as well. Thank you.
Jeremy Lieber and Michelle Gerlitz, everyone. Good morning, good morning. I see people coming in from the lobby. Come on in, everyone. Oh, it's showtime. Yeah, exactly. So, believably or unbelievably not, it is the weekend before Thanksgiving. I don't know if I need to say much more than that, right? Welcome everyone. We are on the precipice of stepping into what is truly my favorite time of year here at Unity. I really believe we do holidays well. We do that whole Christmas season leading into the new year with our burning bowl and white stone and letter writing, and there's just so many wonderful rituals that we get to partake in. So we have a very full schedule happening right now. In the chairbacks in front of you, there are our Advent booklets. Feel free to take one home. If you're watching online, later on in service, we will talk about how you can ask for one of these as well, but we're happy to mail it to you. It's funny, the topic for the Advent booklet was picked a year ago, and it is Be Not Afraid, which I thought was fascinating. So one of these I'm in, somewhere in here, I think it's Love, the Advent Week of Love, something that I wrote is in the Advent booklet. If you're new to yes, I know, right? If you're new to Unity, welcome. We're glad that you're here. We're a community that is really grounded in an awareness of our capacity to awaken to love, to awaken to community, to awaken to the truth of who we actually are. And being invited as we come together in sacred Sangha, in sacred community, to hold this for each other. Because I don't know about you, but I've been falling down a lot lately. Anybody been falling down? And so this is where community is so vital and so important, because we get to shore each other up. We get to hold each other. And not from a place of lack and limitation and not enough, but from a place of truth, our principles of truth that are about infinite possibility. So welcome if you're a first-time guest. If you're watching us online for the first time, we're really glad to have you here as well. We always like to start our services with a song to help us step into this spaciousness. Oh, and I'm Reverend Deanne Morency, if I didn't say that. If I didn't say that, that's who I am. So the choir is going to lead us in, and I just invite you to allow the music to facilitate letting go of whatever it took to get here, whatever the outside is at the moment, and just allowing yourself to truly be centered in the right here and the right now. Cindy? So let's step into the prayer field. I'm going to invite everyone to just take a deep breath. And on the exhale, just release whatever you don't want to carry anymore. I'm going to invite the prayer chaplains to rise. I'm going to invite Kathleen O'D to come forward with the prayer box. I'm going to invite the prayer chaplains and anyone who feels as if they are anchoring consciousness for this community and for the world to join them as we circle the community. And if you're watching at home, please know that we're holding you as well. And the invitation in this moment is to allow yourself to rest. Whatever the doingness has been, whatever the should-haves, ought-tos, gotta-s are, the invitation is to just let it go. allowing our mind to quiet and our heart to open as we welcome the stillness that is at the very center of our beingness, that is the very center of all beingness. That heart expanding spaciousness. That is my true nature, my true name. That is your true nature. It is your true name. Peace, joy, light, love. All of this is literally a thought away, a breath away. And so in this moment, the invitation is to allow the opening to recognize the very truth of life itself in all of its magnificence and all of its abundance, in all of its vitality. And as we continue to open our hearts and connect with each person that's here in this room, just know that we are creating together through our agreement a sacred container in which we can place everything and anything that we may be carrying on our hearts. And so I invite you right now to place whatever you wish to let go of right here into this room. I invite you to place anyone or any situation that you'd like held in light and love and possibility into this space. And you can speak it aloud if you wish. And as we allow ourselves the stillness from which everything arises, it is from this awareness that I see and I know that love is right here, right now. That relationships are easeful and graceful. That as we enter into this holiday season where we may be interacting with family, loved ones, where there might be a little bit of tension, that we have the capacity to be love, to be harmonizing those relationships, that we have the capacity to be harmonizing within our community, and that we have the capacity to be that wellspring of connection, of curiosity, and of light. How good it is to take this time to allow ourselves to remember who we truly are, to remember what we are all capable of. And let's just blanket this entire country in that love, in that light, in that possibility of deep, authentic connection, seeing that spread around the world, the hot spots that are erupting, and just knowing that peace is right now. How grateful I am for this opportunity to gather in community. And gratitude for this and so much more. I know that in our yes, a way is made out of seeming no way. And if in agreement, I invite you to know with me, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. Thank you all. You may be seated. I'd like to invite Shay to come up for our inspirational reading.
Good morning, Unity. Good morning, Shay. It is now time for our inspirational reading, a time to let these words become a part of your morning reflection, your morning meditation or prayer. I invite you in this moment to take a deep breath and to pause, to close your eyes if you wish, I invite you to let these words become your words. The affirmation for today is, I am centered in gratitude. Deep down, I know my divine power to focus and to direct my thoughts. When circumstances seem contrary to that belief, I purposefully shift my attention and contemplate the wondrous blessings all around me. In these quiet, prayerful moments of appreciation, I recenter in love and light. I recognize and rejoice in the presence of Spirit that is everywhere present. From this centered and powerful awareness, I see anew all the goodness present in my life. My heart opens, and gratitude and appreciation pour forth. I am able to consciously direct my energy in positive ways. As I center in gratitude, I can freely share my love, my light, and all my blessings with all those around me. Once again, the affirmation for today is, I am centered in gratitude. Please know this with me. I am centered in gratitude. Thank you.
Good morning, Unity. So on the back end of what Deanne shared in prayer, I just want to remind you that when you're with your family, to make sure you always have your favorite beverage in your hand. And remember, the word fun is in the word dysfunctional. I do it too. Okay, so welcome team. Please is a reminder to welcome folks that you haven't seen in a while or you've never seen before, and introduce yourselves. That would be, it's such a nice welcome when someone comes up to you and just welcomes you in a beautiful space such as this. So do your job. You know what? I love these speakers. I sound fabulous. Oh my gosh, it's the first time I've heard them. We do have a hospitality table outside. Everyone is welcome to join in the delicious food. Brandon has been working really hard on hospitality. He's making sure that there's vegan choices, gluten-free, and proteins. So, and the food will be labeled outside, so you won't get it all mixed up. But he's been working really hard on it. It's delicious food out there. So if you haven't been to the hospitality, yes, Brandon, thank you. If you haven't been to the hospitality table in a while, go ahead and check it out. And if you're a first-time guest here with us, we have a board table, and if you have any questions about Unity, that's where you go to get your questions answered. Connect with text. Join our texting service. And all you have to do is text the word welcome. So who has not done this in this room? Okay. And everyone online, if you have not done this, you are now to take out your phones. No, really. I'll wait. You are now to take out your phones. You're going to, I was going to say dial. Oh, I showed you. I just gave away my age. You're going to text that number, or you're going to punch in that number and text the word welcome. Have you done it? I'm assuming that you're doing it. It's really important, because if you don't do it, you're going to say, oh, I wish I listened to Debbie earlier. Okay, got it? Good. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. We are social media superstars. And then for those who are in the room today, you've gotten your bulletin, and in the back is a connection card. Please fill it out with your information just to let us know that you were here and in a way for us to get to know you more. And then our upcoming holiday schedule, as Deanne said, we got a lot going on. Look at, even Kwanzaa's on there. We got a lot going on. So starting with Thanksgiving Day service, it starts at 10 with Carolyn Gauthier leading the service, and then the potluck to follow. And you can see Advent, Nativity Festival, it's all there. So we are rocking and rolling during the holidays. Here at Unity, we have a vision, mission statement, as well as core values. Please join me in stating our vision statement. A world spiritually awakened and transformed through realizing our divine potential. And please state our mission statement. Unity in Marin is a loving community dedicated to spiritual growth, inclusivity, and service. We honor and care for ourselves, each other, and the natural world. And our core values are connectivity, inclusivity, and authenticity. And we're going to highlight connectivity today. Please join me. Living in an awareness of unity with all, we open to divine inspiration and actively engage with spirit. We honor the divinity of all through loving service. We enjoy and appreciate having fun together. Thank you. Yay, that's right, fun. It's all about fun, especially when if you get in the holidays and you get to start getting depressed. Got to focus on fun. Today's flower sponsor is by Joel and Santon, and we are grateful for unity and this community. Thank you, Joel and Santon. And today's hospitality sponsor is Keith and Leanne Valentine. Being with the Unity community for almost a year, we have found a spiritual and friendship home with gratitude all around us. Thank you. And those names are unfamiliar, so if you're here today, I need to meet you, wherever you are. If you're here, are you here? No? Yeah? Okay. That's on my bucket list. Meet Keith and Leanne Valentine. And we still have open spots for hospitality and flower sponsorships, so please see Charcel out in the courtyard to sign up for one of the open dates. And at this time, Deanne, come forward.
So each, Debbie, can you take this and put that somewhere?
Is that bugging you?
Yeah, thank you. So each week we like to spotlight and honor and recognize those who are in service here in the community, because without that service, nothing would actually happen. And so today it is my honor to celebrate one of the most amazing lights in this community, Kathleen O'D, who just shows up in so many ways. Stand up, Kathleen, so we can give you some love. She is a dedicated prayer chaplain. She serves as the keeper of the flame for the board. And she led meditation before service here today. She's been on the board. She is just one of those anchors in the community. And so thank you, Kathleen, for everything you do and more. I'm going to invite the choir to come on up. Can we give Cindy Acker and the choir some love, please?
So we wanted to sing a couple of songs that really have to do with gratitude, and this one has to do with you. It's called Doxology.
So, as many of you know, I just got back from 5 days at Spirit Rock, which was actually a gift from the board and from the community. And I don't know about you, but I needed help centering, right? The past couple weeks. Actually, the past couple months, if I'm totally honest. And it was really this beautiful, beautiful opportunity to be still and to quiet and to allow my system, right, my entire system to just rest, And I was thinking about William's words. It was like in my head the whole time I was sitting, right? Rest and be thankful. Rest and be thankful. And I kept sitting with, well, what is it that I'm going to rest in? Because I was feeling a little scattered. So what is it that I'm actually going to rest in? What am I competing with? Well, let's not have emergency services show up, so that would be interesting, wouldn't it? So I kept sitting with, what is it that I'm being invited to rest in? And I was at Spirit Rock, and we just finished our book study on The World Could Be Otherwise, and so the Buddhist principles have been very alive for me for the past couple months. And one of the things we talked about when we were reading the book was what the Buddhists call the 3 refuges. And through this whole retreat, that was what we were being invited to rest into. We're being invited to rest into this idea of, so the three refuges are the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And refuge also in the Latin can mean to return. So that spoke to me, the idea that I'm returning to something, right? Refuge for me, sometimes we do need to take refuge, right? We feel battered, we feel knocked around. But in that moment, what I felt like I needed was to return. And how we're holding these three refuges here in Unity is in alignment with actually our core values and what we believe here. So there, again, I've always said this, we're all pointing at the same place. We're using different language maybe, different way of articulating, but we're all pointing at the same direction. And so I return to the Buddha for us would mean I am returning to oneness. I return to the Dharma for us would mean I return to principles of truth. And I return to the Sangha is I return to community. And I don't know about you, but community for me right now feels so important. And I feel truly honored that I was able to sit with 90 people in silence for the most part for 5 days. And one of the things that arose out of this was a synthesis. If we take all of this, what it means is awakening to truth together. Awakening to truth together. Anybody in here felt a little alone lately? I had this really surprising experience on retreat. So if you've never been on a retreat at Spirit Rock, it's a lot of sitting for 30 minutes, walking, meditation for 30 minutes, sitting for 30 minutes, walking, meditation for 30 minutes, sitting for 30 minutes, walking, meditation for 30 minutes. This was a yoga retreat, so we would sit, walk, yoga, sit, walk, yoga, lunch, sit, walk, yoga, Dharma talk, sit, walk, dinner, right? And after dinner, there would be a sit at 7 p.m., and each night that we were there, they held what they called affinity groups. And so they had 2 nights set aside for BIPOC, people of color, to go sit somewhere separate and sit together. And then they had 2 nights for LGBTQ+, where we could go and sit separately. And so I thought, oh yeah, I'll go. I want to see who else is here who's queer, It was more curiosity than anything else. And we were in a separate space. It's peer-led, so there was no one else there but people who identified as LGBTQ+. And we sat in silence for half an hour. I got to experience something that honestly, I don't know if I've ever really felt, which says a lot about what it's like to be queer in America. I actually felt safe. I was sitting with 20-odd people, and think about that. There's 90 of us there, and more than 20 were queer, right, who were identified. And I felt safe. And I really understood this idea of taking refuge in the Sangha, of turning to community, of not feeling so alone in whatever it is that we're in the midst of whatever it is that's going on in our life. And that the opportunity was to awaken to truth together, to awaken to the truth of our safety together, to awaken to the truth of our wholeness together, to awaken to the truth of the power of love together. And Maya Angelou says, when it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. And I really realized how often I have taken my community, this community, all of my communities, on some level for granted. And I had a really profound shift into gratitude. Gratitude that these communities exist. Gratitude that Spirit Rock had the foresight to create an affinity group to allow me to experience something that I realized I had never experienced, which was like a deep safety. I mean, think about the bubble I was in. I was in one room with 20 people on the land at Spirit Rock, in the middle of Marin, in the middle of the San Francisco Bay Area, in California, right? I mean, there were so many levels of bubble that I could actually feel safe. So, Scripture says, give thanks in all things. And I think we kind of don't really pay attention to this, because what it says is give thanks in all circumstances, not some of them, right? We don't get to pick and choose. In all circumstances, and then also the word in. It's not that you're being invited to give thanks for all circumstances, because that would be impossible, right? But we're being invited to give thanks in all circumstances. Can you feel the difference there? Kristen Armstrong says, when we focus on our gratitude, the tide of disappointment goes out and the tide of love rushes in. So one of the things that we do here in Unity is we believe in our capacity of practice, to practice. And when we practice, that is the process of awakening. That is how we get to grow. That is how we get to understand truth in a different way. So is everyone ready for an adventure? I decided I wanted to go interactive today. And Debbie was hitting the text thing for a reason. Because what I'd love to do is to have people actually in real time. Debbie, can you grab my phone for me? In real time. Yeah, it's in the side, one of the side pockets. To text what it is that you are grateful for. What is it? And I will read them aloud, not your name, I'll just read aloud what it is. If you don't want me to read it aloud, which is fine, just put an SH in front of what you're about to say for shh, okay? Or you can put it at the end, and I won't actually read that one aloud. So if you are not part of our text service, you first need to send welcome to that phone number, and then you will be part of it. I want the people who are online to be able to participate. This is one of the reasons too, right? I wanted everyone to feel like we can come together in community. And the question that I'm going to ask you is, even in the midst of, I am grateful for, right? What is it that no matter what is going on in our life, and I know that the holidays can be really challenging for some people. Anybody in here missing relatives? Like, there's all kinds of things that come up for us around the holidays. And so the invitation is to realign our focus with something else, right? So, and whatever it is you notice, it doesn't have to be big, right? It only needs to be authentic. I've shared that in the midst of some of my healing processes, where I was literally flat on my back for a really long time, that sometimes the only thing that I could be grateful for was that I was breathing. Like, that was it. It was that simple, that I was still breathing. So it doesn't have to be a big, momentous thing. What are the small things that you're actually grateful for, right? What can you actually be grateful for? Oh, look, my phone is already lighting up. So even in the midst of political uncertainty, I am grateful for this Unity community. Maybe there's a special creative project that you're grateful for. Maybe there's some new relationships or old friendships, or maybe your health is improving, or maybe you're making progress towards some of your goals, right? What is it that you are grateful for? Even in the midst of isolation, I am grateful for the kindred, for the kindness of people. Even in the midst of change, discomfort, and fear, I am grateful for the awareness of the unconditional love that we are constantly swimming in. One word, health. Financial security, that works too. In the midst of financial uncertainty, I am grateful for my main squeeze. I love this community. Even in the midst of stress, I am grateful for God's hug. Even in the midst of heartbreak and disappointment, the love I feel in my heart for family and friends. Being estranged from my daughter, I am grateful for the heart connection we always have. Even in the midst of everyday challenges, I am grateful for the opportunity to know God. What I really wish I could do is just have them up on the screen, scrolling by for everybody. Next, I'll work on that, okay? I'll work on that. Even in the midst of divorce and separation, I am grateful for awakening and transformation and growth. Even in the midst of stress, I am grateful for God's hug. I clearly like that one. Even in the midst of change, discomfort, and fear, I am grateful for the awareness of the unconditional love that we are constantly swimming in. I keep picking the same ones. They're coming in so fast. In the midst of optical upheaval, I am grateful for freedom. It's political. I like optical upheaval. I think that's great, right? Because it looks like upheaval from what we're optically seeing, but what do we know it is? It's breakthrough, right? So I'm going to keep it. In the midst of optical upheaval, I am grateful for freedom. That's so wonderful. I am grateful for my granddaughter, Marigold. My health, from all the relationships, from bugs to invisible, no longer in their body. Let's breathe into that one for a second. For all relationships, from bugs to invisible, no longer in their body. All those people that came before us, right? Even in the midst of a cold, I am grateful that I can join you from home. We're grateful that you can join us from home too. Even in the midst of fear, grateful for health and love. Even in the midst of tension, grateful for our mischievous cats. So this feels good, doesn't it? To just hear what other people are grateful for. There's a discussion circle after in the courtyard. I invite you to just join and just keep sharing your gratitude, right? Keep sharing it. And if you're watching this at home and it's not Sunday morning, that doesn't matter. Just send in your gratitudes, right? Because I will see them. I love how full this is, right? And I love this quote, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. And the thing that I think is most important is at times our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. So maybe there's a specific person or people that you want to just say, I'm grateful for. Just grateful. Because take a moment and just think about who you are right now. No matter how tumultuous and how much your life might have been an optical upheaval, all of that shaped and formed who you are in this moment. So while we may not be able to be grateful for some of those experiences, can we understand that gratitude exists in those circumstances? I'm pretty happy about who I am. And that arose out of a lot of really challenging things. But I can be grateful for that because I am who I am, because of how I had to navigate those circumstances. Is everyone understanding how gratitude becomes a pathway for healing our heart? It becomes a way for us to realign ourselves with something other than our disappointment or our hurt or our anger or our fear. And I will say this, fear is contagious. It's more contagious than COVID. Okay? Fear is so contagious. So part of what I understand why I'm here right now to be and to do is to not succumb to the fear. To not allow that to be where I'm choosing from or interacting from or living from. We know from our spiritual understanding that there is another level of beingness, awaken in truth together, that we are inviting each other into. And if we stand in that, and it's uncomfortable, but if we stand in that, we are also doing it for everyone else. I personally believe that we need to be avatars of light that are anchoring our deep values, deep values of oneness, of wholeness, of inclusivity, of connection. We cannot separate ourselves from anyone. And whichever side of the political spectrum, whichever side of your family dynamics, whichever side of whatever is happening in your life you think you are, quote unquote, on, my invitation to you would be to sit with the invitation for letting the boundaries go. Because it is from that place of surety. And the civil rights movement, the Black leadership has taught us this, that when we stand in light and love, when we stand in our values, even in the face of horrific fear, even in the face of horrific everything, that change is possible. And for me, it all begins from a place of gratitude, that I have to find a way in because my heart, how many people in here have felt their heart close down? That's not the answer. I can guarantee you that. I don't know what the answer fully is, but I know that closing our hearts down is not the answer. So keep them coming. Let's just take a moment and close our eyes. Jeremy, if you want to just give us a little something here. And I'm going to invite everyone to take a deep breath and to call into their minds, into their hearts, all the things that you are grateful for. From the bugs to the people who may have passed on, for the mischievous cats, for community and friendship, for the one heart of love, for the present. Be thankful for the squirrels. Be thankful for the presencing of your pets, of your family. Family, friends. Grateful to live in this country. Grateful to know that there is something else that we get to place our attention upon. Unconditional love, light, beauty. And as you call to mind whoever is in your heart, whatever situation or people, I just invite you to allow that appreciation to just spread forth. Allowing your gratitude to soften those rough places. Not gratitude for, but gratitude in the midst. Gratitude in all circumstances. And just send love and thanksgiving out into this world. Let us rest here for a few minutes in the silence as we allow ourselves to just be centered in gratitude. And if there are names that you want to call out right now, people, situations that you want to express gratitude for, my Aunt Ruthie, always. My dad, my beautiful wife, all the cats that have ever been in my life. This beautiful community. Dr. Cindy Hacker. Our beautiful choir. Prayer chaplains. Thank you, Charcel. And so how good it is to just allow ourselves to feel something that is centered in the truth of our being. Gratitude is that doorway to that unconditional love, to that beauty, to that joy. And just allowing ourselves to step through that threshold and feel the joy, feel the possibility in all circumstances. How grateful I am, truly, for this beautiful community and for their willingness to play along with me today. And for this and so much more, I do give thanks. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. So Rumi says, wear gratitude like a cloak, and it will feed every corner of your life. So wrap yourself in gratitude and share it. Tell the people in your life that you're grateful for, that you are grateful for them. Don't keep it that secret little gift you got wrapped just inside your own heart. Give it away. give it away fully. So today's affirmation, I'll say it first and I'll invite you to know it with me. I am centered in gratitude. Can we know this together? I am centered in gratitude. And so it is. I'm going to invite the choir to come on up.
I'm glad to be here with all of you. Let's get this mic working. It works now. Cindy asked me to talk for a minute about what I get from being in this choir, and it's connection, a deeper connection in this community. So a sangha within a sangha. I've never sung before in my life. But yet I've been supported by this wonderful group of people, and it's really been fulfilling for me. It's meant a lot, and it's given me a fullness that I never had before in with this community. And so I so much appreciate Cindy having the privilege of coming here on one night a week and practicing with this group is it's really a privilege, and it's been very fulfilling for me. Thank you.
I need you. You need me. We're all a part of God's body. Stand with me, agree with me. We're all a part of God's body. It is God's will that every need be supplied.
Am I singing with you guys? What is happening? Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah. Thank you, choir. That was lovely. It was beautiful. Yeah. And just keep in mind that most of the time, fear is false evidence appearing real. So always double check yourself with that. We will have a discussion circle after service today to keep the idea of gratitude going, so feel free to join in. It's 15 minutes. You'll see a tent, a canopy with chairs underneath, and you can gather there and continue the idea of gratitude. And we also are having a post-election connection circle with Reverend Deanne on December 22nd, and it will be hybrid, so you can be in person or online, either way. And then at this time, I'd like to invite Monica for a board update.
Hello, everyone. Hi. I have to get my notes out. We had quite the busy meeting. Now, I hope all of you are aware that the Board of Trustees meets every third Thursday of the month. So, and you are invited to attend these meetings. They are open to the public. And I'm happy that none of you decided to come to the sanctuary last Thursday because we chose to have it on Zoom. So I'm thinking if you do ever decide to come on a Thursday, please give us a heads up, because if there's ever what the weather was like Thursday, nobody really wanted to get out, so we did our meeting via Zoom. So these are the things that we covered in our meeting. We started with the business of approving the minutes from the previous month and the minister's reports. And let's hear it for our minister. She does an incredible job. She has... One of the things while we were approving her report that we noted was the energy in the courtyard after services is just phenomenal, through the charts, and it just feels like we're back from that COVID thing that we all went through, and that we're getting to have a fun time again. The other reports that we approved were our financial reports, and so it's with gratitude that we recognize we are in a strong financial position. So thank you, everyone, for your participation in our fundraising activities and with your pledges to our Faith in Action campaign, which we'll be hearing more about today. And so thank you. The other item that we discussed, and this is important, is our mortgage on our property, which is a beautiful property. Marin Community Foundation has held the note for it for many years, and that note is expiring like PDQ. And so we have a team that's working on refinancing options. And if any of you know anyone, so we're working on the physical, and I know in the field of infinite possibilities, there's possibly one of you out there that knows someone that's willing to write a mortgage for us. So just to let you know that it is something that is weighing on our minds and hearts, and yet we know with Spirit that all things are possible because we have faith. And so we work in the physical because God works through us on this plane of existence. So, and appreciate any help on prayers and all that you want to get. As Deanne will be introducing the Pledge program later today, going back to what Debbie said about dialing in her age. I don't know, does anybody remember layaway plans? Yeah. So think of the Pledge program as kind of a layaway plan. You're doing the layaway plan for Unity and Marin when you make your pledge and you pay over time. So that'll be part of it. And all of the board members have already made their pledges. Now, I have to admit that I have not actually filled out the paperwork. I know I'll be pledging, but because of inflation, I know I need to up my pledge this year, so I'm going to be kind of looking at that aspect of it, and I'm encouraging you to look at that for yourselves. And if you need prayer support, please see me at the table after services, and we can do a quick prayer there, or we can do prayer another time. But I want you to know that we, as a board, are centered in prayer at all times, and I am here to help you through this if you need it. And that's it.
Thank you, Monica. We are now coming to the time of our giving and receiving, and the ushers will be coming forward to pass the baskets. But before they do, I'm going to have Deanne come up and speak about faith in action.
So Monica did a great job already of explaining a lot of it. There are forms, paper forms in your bulletins, and we have a link online. It's really easy to do it online as well. We invite you, so especially with what's happening with our mortgage, the Marin Community Foundation has changed their mission, and we no longer fit the definition of their mission. So that is why they are not, our note was up for renewal, and that is why they're not renewing it. So what's really helpful is your pledges actually work when we bring it to a lender. If we have pledges lined up and we have consistency with our pledges, which we really do, it goes a long way towards buying confidence in the organization from our lenders. So this year in particular, the Faith in Action Pledge Program is more important than ever. Participation is what we're looking for. So please, even if you're only giving $10 a month or 12, we like 12s here, right? The 12 powers, we like 12s, right? So $12 or $24 or $144 a month or $14,400 a month, whatever the amount is, please know that the consistency of your giving is so vitally important to our being able to budget and to be able to plan. The other thing is, if you are doing Faith in Action this year, please stay strong, because our financial picture looks good, but that's if our Faith in Action commitments are met, right? Does that make sense to everyone? So if you have any questions about Faith in Action, please come to the board table. You can talk to any of the board members. You can come talk to me. Yeah, that's it. Faith in Action, more important than ever this year. Thank you.
You see the baskets come around and you see a member put their hand over the basket like I do. That means we give in Faith in Action. We participate in Faith in Action. So that's why you see people put their hands over the basket. There's different ways you can give, and you can see that on the screen there, and also you can see it online, many ways to give. Again, I'm going to mention the Spiritual Connection card. If you are here in the room and you filled it out, don't forget to put it in the collection basket, your connection card. And if you're online, you can also submit it there. And if you have any prayer requests, it's a great opportunity to do that now. If we can all say our offering affirmation together, that would be great. I am the power of abundance, giving and receiving gratefully. Thank you.
I was asked to talk about what Unity in Marin means to me. I came in 2008, and they were doing Faith in Action. And I was going through a really rough time, and my thoughts were not good, and I thought, I don't want to think like this. I don't want to feel like this. And that's how I ended up here. And I knew sitting there, I was sitting right over there. I still remember. I thought, I have to come back. I have to come back every week And to make myself come back, I filled out the Faith in Action form for $10 a week because I always keep, my promises, my pledges. And if I made that pledge, then I would have to come back every week to put my money in the basket because I didn't know that they could take money out of your account or your credit card or something like that. I didn't know that. I figured I had to be here in person. So I did that to make myself be here in person, and I was. And I've been here in person, pert near every Sunday since. But so this community means so much to me. This is where my heart is most open. This is where on Sunday mornings when we sing, it's where I feel it the most. During choir practice, I'm working on the phrasing, the notes, the lyrics, and I get here and now I'm singing the song. And it's amazing. This is like, besides my little house that I really love and give great gratitude for, this is my other favorite room in this room here in this house. And when I was a kid, my dad was a minister, so I was raised in the Methodist Church, and my mom told me that that every house was a house of God, that God wasn't, you didn't find God in the church, that God was everywhere. So every house is God's house. And I have really taken that with me to have that feeling that wherever I am, a bar, it's still God's house. And those people are my people. Those are people to love, just like I love you, right? So I'm going to keep coming back, and I hope you all do too. And in the meantime, we're going to sing here in this house.
So Thanksgiving is this Thursday. We have Thanksgiving service at 10 o'clock that is led by Carolyn Gauthier, and the community potluck is from 1 to 3:30. This is a complete volunteer event. The Unity in Marin will provide the turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy, and you just bring side dish to share. And then at this time, I want Charcel to talk about Deck the Halls.
Hi, I wanted to tell you all how grateful I am that every year all you people show up to help me. Thank you. I'm grateful for so many people. For Debbie, she picks out the tree and gets it here. For Alan and I have pulled this off for like 15 years. And Alan can make anything. And for all my tall people and all my ladder people and all the spotters of the ladder people and all the people who fluff the boughs and the garlands and somebody who's gonna steam the bows this year and decorate the tree and everything. Thank you. And I'll be here for the Thanksgiving service, and after the service, we'll bring all the stuff down from the bell tower to the balcony, and then after Thanksgiving, we'll bring it down to the stage, and then Saturday morning, we'll all come here and put it all up and celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you, Charcel. And I go get that tree by myself and carry it by myself.
Yeah, right.
Do you want some help, ma'am? No, step aside.
That's our Debbie.
That's me. And I come on Saturday for the pizza. So we are having a holiday potluck party on Sunday, December 8th. Again, Unity in Marin will provide the main dishes and drinks. You just bring sides and healthy desserts. And Mr. and Mrs. Claus will be here, so we'll have a lot of fun. So dancing and all that kind of stuff. We're also having our Nativity Festival and holiday sing-along with Deborah Winters. You want to bring your grandchildren. They are going to provide a treasure hunt for them. So as they're going, they'll get a sheet of paper and they have to look for items in the display, the nativity displays. There's going to be over 75 of them. So it'll be really fun for the grandkids, so bring them. And then we are providing a virtual holiday kit for those who are unable to be with us physically. It'll get you through the Christmas ceremony all the way through White Stone. We will mail the kit to you. So you just reach out to us by email, reach out to Dory, and she'll get your kit to you. Will the prayer chaplains please rise? These are members of our community that are available to pray with you after service today. Please avail them of your time if you like. And we appreciate you guys so very, very much. And at this time, let's bring in the youth and family. Yeah. The kids. There's quite a few. Oh, there's quite a few. Yeah.
Hosted a youth and family rally here on November 2nd, and we just want to give Melissa Masters some love. Yeah. It was the most involvement that the region has had since COVID. All the churches, Unity churches in the region, bringing kids, youth to here. So we're glad to have all of you with us. We have a blessing that we say for the youth that are here with us, the youth that are in our hearts, and the youth of the world. I'm going to invite everybody to stand up, extend their hands and their hearts, and know this with me. You are the perfect expression of divine light.
We love you exactly the way you are.
And so it is.
So it is. And let's say our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. And let's sing our community song.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind